Well, good morning, YouTube. You're on the lifeboat. This is your Captain Calhoun speaking. I'm back. It's me. How is everybody today? We can adjust this a little bit. It's just me, baby. Heck yeah, guys. Good morning. Welcome in. I missed you. I know it's only been a day, but it hurts. It hurts me, on the inside where it counts when I don't get to show up. So here I am. My tooth has been removed. And it really wasn't even a tooth. It was like what was left of a tooth. It was basically like a tooth crater in the bottom over here, and it would just like get stuff stuck in it. It was such a hassle, and now it's gone. So I can't chew on that side right now because obviously it's an open wound. But that being said, I already feel better. I'm not saying I've recovered from the oral surgery. I'm saying that not having that tooth there is amazing. I think that eating will be much more pleasurable. Well, maybe not that. It'll definitely be much less of a hassle and much less of a pain in the butt. So my audio is excellent. Thank you very much, Lori Sue. I don't know if I've ever said hello to you before, but hey there, welcome in. It's good to see you. Scooby Lee, Sandy Wandy, Charlie Mullins, the first subscriber, everybody. How is it going? Good morning. Auntie Monkey Pants, Miss Chicago Jane, hello. Rona Cooley, Sandy Wandy, life is a dreamin'. Hope this message finds you well, life. Good to see you, of course. Gamer Jackie, yo, Jimena, I live for now. Kevin Hawthorne from Lakeland, Florida. Let's go. Melissa Marill, hello. Got a lot of people in here this morning. Nicola E, I hope that alarm went off just fine. Roberta, what's going on? Pam from Canada. Lots of new faces. I love it. This is what it's all about right here. Expanding the comfort zone. Causing ripples. Maybe do a cannonball. Who knows? Maybe your ripples will be bigger, right? Life's a journey. Tammy, thoughts going out to you and your brother, by the way, Tammy. I don't know if you're still here or not, but let's put some ones up for Tammy and her brother. Her brother was, here, I'll put it up. Her brother's in for plastic surgery today to see if they can close up his leg. So that sounds like, yeah, definitely my thoughts are going out to you, Tammy. I tell you what. All right, that's roll call, baby. Although I'm going to get to the bottom and there's going to be a bunch of new people. Izzy E, what is going on? Katie Fulton, hello. Donna Riahi, Sierra Terry, good morning, Calhoun and crew. I won't be in the chat because I'm driving, but I want to wish everyone a wonderful day and welcome our captain back. Sending loves and hugs out to all. Oh, well, thank you, Sierra. I appreciate that. Drive safe out there. It's a jungle sometimes on the street in a car. Myers girl, good morning. Christina Carter, Florence Southard, Dee Dee Razzle Dazzle. Wow, guys, what a great morning. See, look at that. You disappear for a day and come back and get to meet a bunch of new people. Fantastic. I love it. We're going to talk a little bit about reservations today. And when I say reservation, I mean if my dad dies, I don't know if I could stay sober. That's a reservation. I just said a reservation. If this happens, I don't know if I can keep doing this. If this happens, I might just relapse. If this happens, this is going to happen. That's a reservation. Basically, you're calling ahead to the restaurant like, hey, we're going to be there as soon as my dad dies. Okay, just keep a spot for me. Click. And when that happens, best believe your subconscious, your conscious, whatever it is going to drive your butt to that restaurant, whatever that restaurant is, and it's going to handle business. So we don't like to do reservations. If you can identify a reservation that you have, if you catch yourself saying a reservation, or if you catch someone near you speaking a reservation out loud, someone that you know pretty well, obviously not like a stranger, right? Maybe best to mind our own business in that situation, but maybe speak up about it, right? If it's yourself, do what you can to do away with that reservation. Understand that reservation. Understand why you have it, but know that it will be your downfall if you allow it to live. And if it's someone close to you, maybe just gently remind them, like, hey, do you know about reservations? Because that's what that is. You're basically making plans. That's what a reservation is, right? It's a plan. Like, hey, I'm going to be here at 5 p.m. for dinner. Is that all right? We don't do that in recovery. I mean, we do like to do that subconsciously. It's one of our favorite human things to do, but we have to identify these reservations and do away with them if we intend to have long-term recovery. There is one singular hair really, really far into my mouth. I don't know how it got there. Where is Jeremy Shelton? Where is that guy? Jeremy Fowler, good to see ya. Welcome in, brother. The dental work is settling in very well, Nicola. Thanks for asking. I had a little, like, the remains of a molar back here. It was mostly just like an ivory bowl for food to get stuck in with a tiny hole in the bottom of it, which was very bad. So it was a super duper hassle to eat, to keep clean. Like, I spent more time cleaning my teeth than I did eating, and eating was becoming more of a task as well. So now that it's gone, I think it's going to be a lot better. Also, I think it was this side on the bottom, right? No, it was the top. I had an extraction up here a while ago. Y'all probably remember. And it took me a while to recover from that one. This one feels a ton different. It is not nearly as bad. I don't know if it's just because there was less tooth. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, right? But I feel great. I feel like I could definitely do this all day. So we're not going to do this all day, but we are going to do the show. And we'll see. Like, this is definitely a test run. If my jaw is yelling at me after this, maybe we'll take it a little easy tomorrow morning, right? We'll do a little show or something. But as it is right now, it seems fine. It seems great. I'm looking forward to giving my friend a phone call and catching up with her later, if this goes well. This is my tester. Lisa Trimble, what's going on? Flickfox, Goosebump. My surgery went very well. Thank you for asking, Goosebump. Yeah, it went really well. While I was in there, it's like so crazy. I have so much trauma, I feel like, from the dentist, but he was like drilling and then like wrenching back and forth and then drilling and then wrenching and then drilling. And it seemed like it was never going to end. It seemed like, in my mind, I'm like imagining him trying to get purchase on this like flush tooth bowl, that doesn't have any sharp edges or anything. It's just in there, right? And I was thinking to myself, he's not going to be able to get it out. And before I knew it was over, and he was like, "You're good, get out of here." I was like, "Oh my, I thought you were just about to go get like the big guns," but apparently it worked. So yeah, I don't know. It was all right. It was definitely all right. I was numb all day though. He numbed me up at like 4 p.m. and I went to bed still feeling numb a little bit. Like, it was obviously, the feeling was coming back, but it was a wild amount of, what is that they use? Not lidocaine, something like that. Whatever the tooth numbing stuff they use, man, it was a lot. He really gave it to me. Let's get some ones up for Jeremy. I'm just taking my time reading back up. What's going on, Body Illusion? Good to see you. Missed you. Debbie P, hello. When I type stuff in, it takes my chat to the bottom, so now I have to scroll up again. I'm looking for that. Thank you for saying that, Katie Fulton. Happy for you, buddy. Yay for healing of all kinds. Thank you very much. I'm scrolling up trying to find that Jeremy Fowler post. I was like right on top of it, and then I had the bright idea to type something. Morning, everyone. Having a tough go today. My childhood cat just got put down. 14 years old. Hope all else is well. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. The feline friends, we want them to last forever, right? I have to say, though, 14, that's a ripe age. The cat made it a while, right? Y'all were running around causing wreaking havoc for a number of years. I feel like when someone we love passes, it's a time to celebrate their life, not to mourn. And maybe that's just me. I'm not saying you should do this. Everyone processes that kind of stuff in their own way, but I'm a big fan of celebrating and remembering the good times that we shared, right? I'm a big fan of raising my glass, which these days is non-alcoholic, but back in the day it was definitely not. Raising my glass to the life and the adventures and the time shared and spent. I've been playing this game, and this phrase just popped up in my head from the game, and the phrase is "Death is just the beginning." I don't know. I don't know if that has any context here, but it was kind of randomly plopping in my head. Auntie Monkey Pants. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to us. So glad you're on the mend, Captain. I can't stay, but glad I caught the first part of this. Take care. You too. And I'm going to get back on the 7 a.m. sketchy. I realize 7:30 is not ideal. Not for me, not for y'all. Maybe it is for some people. But objectively, randomly, I feel like in my head that 7 a.m. is better, 7 Pacific. So I'll try and get my stuff together. I intend to get this routine back in order. I'm getting better. I'm going to bed earlier, just trying to figure it out. Drive safe, 7th. Good to see you, brother. Nicola E says, our pets mean so much to us, and we spend more time with our pets than most people. The grief is truly significant. Absolutely. I don't think just dogs are man's best friend. I think your pet is your best friend, regardless of what it is. Gamer Jackie, I was playing Death Must Die. It's like a roguelike survival game where skeletons just kind of infinitely spawn and come at you. And you can choose one of, I think there's 5 or 6 characters, and they all kind of do slightly different stuff. But as you kill skeletons and survive, you level up, and these there's gods of the realm. There's the god of war, and there's the god of death who says that line. And there's all these different gods, and they'll offer you blessings, which are basically power-ups when you level up. So you get to choose 3 of the gods, and then they all have different powers or whatever that they can bless you with. So you end up building a different cheese grater for these skeletons to run into. It's pretty fun. It's pretty deep, pretty neat, I have to say. I really there's a character that's wears a plaid skirt and has long red hair. Her name is Scotty, and she's the 2-handed sword wielder. She's pretty dope. She's got pet wolves, and I do a little minion summon build where I just have an army of skeletons and all these dragons and stuff. Just do all my dirty work for me. But that's enough game talk. I do play a little bit too much video games. I guess who's to say it's too much, right? I guess only me. Only me. Maggie May says, pets are good for us. I'm always skeptical of those who hate animals and kids, like my FIL father-in-law. Yeah, it's a little fishy. There's something about the innocence of a child that just touches your heart. You don't need to know the kid. It could be a random kid. I will say on the juxtaposition on the other side, though, when a kid's crying, I hate that. Obviously, I'm a human, right? So I don't wish ill or anything, but I wish the crying would stop sometimes. But no, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Hate's a strong word, Yeah, I'm a big fan of redheads, Katie. I'm a big fan of redheads, I have to say. Oh, speaking of, we're joining Team Zissou today. That's why I'm wearing this beanie. I don't know if y'all have seen that movie, but Steve Zissou, we're going on an adventure, an underwater adventure, and we're going to make a movie. It's funny you mentioned this, Nicola. Nicola's talking about insulin levels and having a high sugar breakfast. I talk about having yogurt in the morning. It's one of my favorite things. I'll have yogurt with granola and fruit, or just one of the two with yogurt. And I've been getting this Greek yogurt that has, my friend told me to look at the sugar content, and I did. And wow, it was a lot. So I went and got plain yogurt this last time that's not added sugar. And it tasted a little sour to my taste buds, but I put the fruit in there. And what I'll do is I'll get frozen bags of fruit, like berries or something, and then I'll put it in the fridge. So it'll melt and get real juicy. and the fruit juice from the bag will sweeten up the yogurt. So it kind of tricks my brain. My buddy told me, he was like, look, if you start eating this yogurt, you keep doing it for a little while, it'll start to taste more sweet to you. You're just used to having an overload of sugar. So I'm giving it a go. And I have to say, the plain yogurt ain't so bad. It's allegedly better for me. The jury's out. I haven't done it long enough to tell if it's making a difference. But we will see. I hope so, because I've been having some serious gut problems. Someone told me the other day that black coffee and hot stuff, I think it was Molove said this. I might be wrong, but someone told me that black coffee and hot stuff like ruined their father's gastrointestinal something something. So I'm gonna have to look into that, because that's pretty much my main food groups are coffee and hot peppers. Not really, but I mean, pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Well, I wish you well, Lisa Trimble. I hope that you find some balance. Much love going out to you. Hope to see you again soon. Easy E, Captain, fun fact, you can make more yogurt from plain yogurt and milk. Interesting, kind of like sourdough, it'll just kind of spread and whatnot. Or that was a silly statement. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I guess it's just live culture, right? I would love to learn how to make more things myself. Although it does involve more work, I probably could use a little more work in my life. Not that I don't have a ton of work already, but I'm just reading. OG redhead myself, Katie Fulton. Let's go. Purposefully disguised as a blonde. I do want to go back though. Purposefully disguised. I mean, it's nice to try other stuff. I dyed my hair once for Halloween. I was going to be an emo kid for Halloween. Bright idea. And the hair dye that I chose was like midnight black or something. It made my hair purple. When was the last time? It was the last time. I tell you what, Gamer Jackie, that is correct. Better gaming than in a bar spending money I don't have. Heart. I agree, 100%. And, the only thing that gets me about gaming, I guess, that I keep coming back to is it's time that I'm not spent productive. And I don't think I need to spend 100% of my time being productive. But I definitely spend a lot of time not being productive, if that makes sense. More time than I would like to. So I guess that's if we're really breaking it down, which we're not afraid to do. That's my quarrel. That's my quandary. That's my quarrel with games. And really that comes down to self-discipline. That comes down to my own self-control, right? I'm the only one that's failing when I feel that way, because who sat down and played that much games? I did. So there's only one person to really give a stern talking to, and it's myself. Well, whatever. There are bigger fish to fry. That is one of the smallest worries on my plate, I have to say. There's a whole lot of other stuff going on that's definitely more important. Goosebumps says, I was at the dentist yesterday, sent me to consult with the oral surgeon, found out I have a fractured root on a lower back molar, so it'll be coming out in a couple weeks. Oh, I bet you that hurts like nothing else, Goosebump. I bet you that hurts real bad. I remember waking up one morning, long time ago, many years ago. I remember waking up one morning and my jaw, like I was doing like a really big stretch, and my jaw just like kind of clenched up, and it like locked, and like kind of like my jaw muscles like cramped. And I bit so hard that I felt a pop back here. Maybe it was over here. I can't remember which side. But come to find out, I like fractured a root, basically. That's what the dentist told me, by biting down really, really hard. Now, this was in the midst of my drug use. This was, I'm sure that it had something to do with what was going on. I definitely didn't have enough water in my body at the time. That's for sure. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have cramped. But man, wild experience, just cracking my own tooth, biting on my own teeth too hard. Pretty wild. Brazy girl, I see your name. Where you at? Where's Brazy at? Good to see you, Brazy. Been thinking about you a lot. Now that I think about it, I saw your name earlier and I don't know why I didn't say anything. I'm sorry. I swear I'm not ignoring you. Headphones aren't in the bathroom. You're so funny, Scooby. I got a message yesterday from someone on the boat, and I thought it was you, Scoob, because they were talking to me about anime. So I messaged him. I was like, without thinking, just a reaction. I was like, is this Scooby? And then I realized pretty quickly, I was like, this probably isn't Scooby. So I edited my message and like took back all of that. And I said, like, thank you. Good to see you or something like that. I like changed my entire message, but I think they read. I'm pretty sure that they read like the part that I edited because they came back with, no, I wish I was Scooby. Scooby's way cooler than me. And I was like, you're pretty cool. I wouldn't put yourself down like that, you know? But anyways, it was a funny interaction that I had. And like, I just thought I'd share it with you, Scooby. Because they were like talking to me about One Piece. And I instantly thought of you because we talk about One Piece. And I spoke without thinking and I think embarrassed myself a little bit, but this person took it in stride. I won't name who they are, but shout out to, you know who you are. Shout out to my friend. Uh, it was kind of a fun moment, I have to say. But yeah, let's talk a little bit more about reservations, guys. Do any of you, and you don't have to share what it is here, but do any of you have any reservations? No shame, right? If you're just learning what reservations are, then you might just be finding out that you have some. You know what I mean? So no shame. But do any of you have any reservations that you know of? I mess with zucchini piano mom. I'm definitely into it. I like good zucchini bread. Like I like pretty much zucchini anything. Got to be honest, which is surprising for such a green vegetable. It's quite mild. Quite mild. I like zucchini and squash sautéed in lots of butter as well. It's one of my favorites. I'm gonna have to have a food segment. I'm gonna have to have a. I was thinking last night about segments we could have. Like this segment's called "You Gonna Learn Today." I couldn't think of anything to say after that, but I thought of that being a segment, or like I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff we could do with that, but I gotta play with the ideas some more. Have some fun, right? Commit to it. I was watching a Vince Vaughn interview, and he said something about how does a dandelion push up out of the concrete, and he said just a little bit of pressure every day, just keep trying just a little bit, just do your best, you know what I mean? And I think that applies pretty well to what we do here. We're dandelions and we're trying to push through the concrete, you know what I mean? And it's inevitable. We just got to keep pushing a little bit of pressure every day, right? Just try a little bit every day, or try a bunch. But you know what I mean? I think that was a pretty sweet metaphor. I liked that a lot. I wish I had remembered the whole quote. Here, I'm going to scroll up. I saw something. How do you define reservations, Spanx? A reservation is when I say, if my dad dies, I don't know if I can stay sober. If this happens, I don't know if I can keep doing this. If this happens, this is going to happen. It's like making reservations at the restaurant of relapse. Does that make sense? Or, I mean, even in a context that's not drug and alcohol. If this happens, I'm gonna eat 3 tubs of ice cream. You know, if this happens, I'm never going to the gym again. If this happens, anything like that. And when you start analyzing statements that way, you can see the danger in it, or not, right? Obviously, saying a cause and effect as a rule isn't a bad thing, but what makes it a reservation is whatever our goal is, what we're reaching for, right? For me, it's recovery, long-term recovery, living a better life, right? For you, it could be whatever, but I'm going to not do this if something happens. Like a great example is if my dad dies, right? Because that's a real possibility. He's, obviously I think he's going to live forever, but I'm trying to think of something like that one's just close to home right now, so it rings true for me. But you might have something else like for example, let's say um, you're a father or a mother and you've recently reconnected with your kids, after a storied history. Maybe your reservation is if I can't have a relationship with my kids, I'll just die. Something like that. That's a great example of a reservation. And I'm sure when you hear me speaking these reservations to you, you can see the danger in them, right? Am I wrong? So, um, storm in the Gulf. I might have to check on my family down there. They have hurricanes like all the time down there, though. When I go visit that side of my family, like I learn a lot about that kind of stuff. Down in Galveston in Texas, the boardwalk, like I forget what it's called, but the street that's closest to the water has to be rebuilt literally every time they have a hurricane. It's constantly being rebuilt. It's such an interesting occurrence. They're like pretty much expecting and used to it. Not that it's any less destructive, right? But that blew my mind. I guess people aren't dumb. You know what I mean? This happens so frequently. We might as well batten down the hatches, kind of thing, right? They're pretty used to it now, which is wild, super wild. I am definitely looking into probiotics, Lori. I saw your comment yesterday from my dad, and I took it to heart. I'm definitely going to go check the pharmacy for those probiotics. I've been like eating probiotic yogurt, and I think my buddy, who's a holistic health practitioner, told me to get some magnesium oxide. I might be saying it wrong. I have it written down somewhere, but something I can get over the counter at the pharmacy that should help out, I guess. And I don't want to really talk about it because it's kind of gross, but I've been having some issues with that, and the symptoms I don't really want to describe to you because it's gross. But I've been having some tummy issues for sure. Yeah, I'm also wishing Tommy the best. Let's get some ones up for my pops. For my pops. Gamer Jackie says, would it be like if my health gets to the point of I can't take care of myself, I don't want to be a burden to my family, rather check out? Possibly. That could be. If my health gets to a point I can't take care of myself, I don't want to be a burden to my family. I mean, by the definition of reservation, yes. But I can relate with that sentiment. You know what I mean? I can definitely relate to that sentiment. But that's getting really, really close to like something I don't know. I feel like the topic of life support or like taking care of myself versus other people taking care of me, I feel like that's a divisive subject. So I don't want to speak on it too much, but I tend to lean on your side of the street, Gamer Jackie. I don't want to feel like I need other people to take care of me. I totally can relate with that. But I also have to point out that that sentiment is probably due to something from our pasts. We probably feel that way because like for me personally, I can only speak from experience, right? I feel like I feel that way because I feel like I was such a burden for so long. I feel like when I was homeless, I only made it. I only survived off of the backs of the good people, good random people that took care of me at different points in time. I feel like subconsciously, obviously I don't want to feel this way, but I realize that subconsciously I feel like I've taken enough. I can't take any more, kind of thing, right? Even if it's a gift, but I'm working on that. I've definitely gotten better at receiving gifts and saying thank you and just being humble. But when the circumstances get bigger, like your example, for example, it's really easy for me to slide back into that thinking. So I get it. But yes, in short, yes, that's a reservation. Magnesium didn't work for you, Shannon? Noted. I'm definitely open to whatever is going to work because it would be cool to just have a normal, what's it called, a normal digestion, you know? Hey, Gypsy Soul. Hi, Captain. I will turn in my late notice later. Yeah, don't worry about it. Welcome in. Welcome in. Panda Kelly, good to see you. Flick Fox says, I have reservations about seeing my ex again. Not sure I'm strong enough. He was supposed to come over today with some of my stuff, but I canceled last minute. You know, if you don't know if you're strong enough, maybe just let him go, right? How important is the stuff that he has? I definitely let some things go with Lucy. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying you necessarily need or should do this, but it's just an idea, just a thought. I definitely wouldn't put myself in a position where like I might go over the edge, you know? Um, and which is a funny statement slash example because Lucy's the type of person that will just put herself in my space. Like all of a sudden, boom, there she is, and I have to deal with it, right? She doesn't think about stuff that way. So this is a situation that I've had to deal with on the fly, unprepared many times. So I'm kind of used to it because she trained me, I guess. But yeah, anyways, that was an extrapolation for no reason. I consider maybe letting those things and him go. You know, just a thought. Just a thought. You don't have to do that. I hate letting my exes keep my leather pants. You know, I'll never ever let that go. She still has my leather pants, and they're so unimportant to her that she doesn't even know where they are, and they're in storage somewhere. And they're so important to me, I would be wearing them literally right now. I mean, not really, but I mean, I would wear them every time I perform with fire. Literally the best pants to have. You look great, and they're fireproof. So, uh, anyways, that's just an example. They mean a lot to me, and they mean nothing to her, and she just has them somewhere in some box. Can't even be bothered to go get them. Whatever. It's okay. I forgive her, and I forgive me. No, no, I don't think so, Jimena. Having fear of a breakdown is a reservation? Question mark. I do not think so. Having fear is just fear, right? A reservation is a plan. Even if you word it a little roundabout way, it's a plan. It's a reservation. You're making a reservation. Like, I'm going to be here as soon as my dad dies. I'm going to be here for dinner. You know what I mean? Obviously, I wouldn't, dinner is a metaphor, but I'm going to quit saying that out loud. I want to quit saying that. I don't want to summon these happenings. You know what I mean? My dad's going to live forever. My dad is going to live forever. And it's not just magnesium, by the way, guys. I see a lot of people talking about the magnesium. It was like letters and numbers, and it's like magnesium and oxygen together, I think, or magnesium oxide, magnesium. I'll have to ask. Maybe it's written down right here. Maybe I can just tell you. I haven't gone and looked for it yet. Nope. It's unfortunate. I really wanted that. Whatever. Letting it go. Have fun at therapy, Kristen. Much love. Marissa Robertson, what's going on? Welcome in. Katie Fulton says, my ex of 11 years went full no contact recently. I understand and feel this. Love to all. I've tried to do that with Lucy a number of times, and she just won't let it happen. She doesn't hear my words. She doesn't care. She has, bless her heart, she's got hope. Getting my leather pants back would involve like telling her it's okay to be like in the same room together. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's not okay, but I would prefer it. I would prefer not to be in the same room with her at all. It's crazy. Maybe I could talk about that a little bit. We have such a connection and we went so deep. To be just friends is a fallacy. It's not possible, I feel like. I have tried on multiple occasions just to keep her at arm's length, right? It's okay. We're friends. We're normal. We're human. We're good people. And it just doesn't work for me. Um, and again, that maybe that's my fault, but being close to her sucks, dude. It hurts. It really does. And it's not because I want to be with her, but something inside me definitely yearns for it. And like, we've even tried to go again, and it's terrible. It's wonderful, and it's as terrible as it is wonderful. So I don't think that's the relationship for me. You know what I mean? And as far as just being friends, I tried so hard multiple times. I don't think I can. I don't think that I can. And I want the leather pants back. I want them back bad. I did try to get them back. Both the times we tried to rekindle our friendship / relationship, I tried. Just wasn't important to her. And I mean, I could have been a little bit more like, yo, let's go get them right now. I could have been something like that, but I think that ship has sailed. I'm going to get a new pair. Maybe I'll make a new pair. Who knows? I'm good with my hands. Miss Chicago Jane said, my sister can do things, but she chooses to lay in bed. I mowed lawn 4 hours. She waited for me to feed her. She could have made a sandwich. Not. She tells me to take it easy, how I'm like her husband. If I were in your shoes, I would stop feeding her. I would make a single portion for myself, a couple meals in a row, and I mean, if she doesn't want to help out, she doesn't get perks, right? Anyways, I'm a big fan of non-confrontation, and that's mostly because I don't like confrontation. Sometimes confrontation is a better way, but I like to just I can let my actions speak for me. You know what I mean? Like, she'll get the message when I'm not feeding her. You know, when I'm busy doing stuff. I don't have time to talk because I'm doing the stuff that needs doing. Maybe she'll take a hint. I don't know. Anyways, that's just my thought. Just my thought there. How inconsiderate of her, Miss Chicago Jane. Jimena says, I left my ex all my furniture when he left. He left my son and I without everything. He did not take my peace. That's right. That's right. I can't believe he took all the furniture and left you and your son with nothing. But I mean, I guess he didn't leave you with nothing because he can't take your peace, right? I'm proud of you, by the way, Jimena. That must have been one of the hardest things ever. And I'm here for you. If there's anything that the boat can do for you, please let me know. We are here for you, and we love you. I do play with fire, Shy Bear. You spin staff and your husband spins poi, huh? I've got some nunchucks laying around here somewhere. Actually, my staff is right here because I was playing the other day. Ooh. I've got a few. I got a dragon staff. I had a contact sword, but I lost it. Imagine losing a contact sword. Full Kevlar. Captain, I call this the price of peace. I left behind a custom medieval coat my mother and I made. I left with my peace and with my life. Fair trade. The things that we give away for safety and security. You know what I mean? It's interesting. It's interesting that we get ourselves into these situations to begin with, right? The heart's not the best compass. I mean, sometimes it is, but I feel like logic is supposed to be the co-pilot, right? And sometimes we'll tell the co-pilot, "Shut up," I'm doing something, and then we find ourselves in deep, deep stuff. Forgiveness is real good, Shannon. Potassium, I actually ate half a banana before getting here. Morbid prophecy. What are we talking about? I know I'm far up in the chat, but Shannon Smith agrees with me. I can't go back to being friends with exes. I'm friends with all of my exes except this one. And when I say friends, I mean we're amiable. Like some of them I'm friends with, and some of them we're amiable, but we just don't like talk. Um, but I'm not. I don't make a habit of burning my bridges on the way out. I try to keep them intact. You know what I mean? It's not that simple, Goosebump. Goosebump says, "Can you send a friend to get your leather pants at the lifeboat?" She's the queen of misdirection and of like not doing stuff if she doesn't want to. Her storage unit is probably far away. She's going to complain about gas and miles on her car, and I don't have time right now. And it's like, it's not worth it. It's so not worth it, Goosebump. If it was even a quarter worth it, I would have done it already. It's like pulling teeth, and I'm a pro at that. I got plenty of teeth pulled, you know. It's worse than that, definitely. But I appreciate y'all's thoughts. I mean, I love those pants. They were a gift too. They were a friggin' gift from a friggin' loved one, man. And they're nothing. They're nothing to her. Anyways, I'm gonna stop complaining about it. Kathy, and good to see you. Morning all, handling nap time, but watching chat and listening in the background. Love to all, and make sure you hit the like and check you're subscribed. Absolutely. Hit that like. What do I say? I didn't say it yesterday, so now I forgot it. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. That's right. I knew it was in there. 20 years, Gamer Jackie. I guess I'm working on that. How long have we known each other? Probably like 7 or 8 years. I lose track of time. I'm getting older, you know? Time is different than it was. Becca Jean, good morning. The P.O. box was checked yesterday, Robin, and my dad told me that there's something pretty wild in there, and I can't wait to see it today. I wonder. Speaking of leather work, I have a leather vest that I wore in a bunch of performances, and it has like red flames on the back. But pieces of it have started to like fall apart, and I need to do some repair. And also, I don't think it's genuine leather. I think it's a fake thing, but it's dope. And I don't know if I still have it or not. I feel like it's just in my closet. I was gonna go get it, but I'm gonna not. Um, when the PO box stuff comes later, I'll do a little unboxing with you guys. All right. I love my leather pants, Shannon, and I do look good. Katie Fulton says, I didn't want the breakup whatsoever. Reservation question mark? I haven't. No plans to, but it's tough. Yeah, I hear you. Maybe one of the toughest things we'll ever do, right? But I believe in you, Katie. I think you got this. I mean, you've been around the block. You've been here at least for quite a while. I've seen your name since I started doing this. So I think you're on the right path. I think you're doing good. And if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. If I can help. I'm definitely going to treat myself to some new ones or enjoy the challenge of making them. It's been on my bucket list for a while. I want to learn how to sew. I want to learn how to like do it with leather too. I want to go all the way. I have some friends that do some leather working. Actually, one of my fire sensei, is what I like to call him, is pretty good at it. He's pretty darn good. So maybe we'll just have an arts and crafts day on spin day instead. Which on Sunday, instead of going to church, what I do is I fire up the camera and I zoom out, and I'll spin with my buddy right here. And he goes outside because he loves it out there, but there's not really good spaces outside for me. So maybe we'll turn that into an arts and crafts day coming up. That would be pretty fun. The end of musing says, it hurts bad. The man I love and have known since we were 15, 45 now, he chose to continue to drink over me. Last try one. Man, you know what? I tell you what, that is the alcohol talking. That's not the man you love. I promise. The phrase "not in our right minds" comes to mind, right? When we're on the sauce, when we're in our disease. We're not in our right minds. Um, and, that doesn't take away from, the impact of his actions. But it does kind of put things in perspective, right? He's not an evil person or anything like that. He's just sick. I'm sorry to hear this, the end of musing. Let's get some ones up for the end of musing and their partner, their ex, their loved one. Let's say that. How about that? Do you not have space, Ben? You can come over here, dude. Although you're pretty big, I don't know. Your wingspan, you might touch the walls. I'm just playing. It's big enough for the both of us. You know what? I'm using the same headphones that gave us audio issues, but they're connected to my phone and not my computer for music. So that must be why my audio is great. I wonder what the deal is. I feel like my headphones try to take priority or something. It's weird. Very strange. Russ Allen, I see you, buddy. What's going on? Big dog. I hope this message finds you well. Hope you're doing better, feeling better. Hope work's not killing you, man. You the hours you're talking about just crush me, dude. I'm like, oh my lord. But I mean, it seems like you're the right man for the job. Look at you go. Caddy Connie, good morning. Just dropped in to say hey. I was seeing that last night in the chat. Thank you for saying that to me, Kathy Ann. Let me see if I can find Becca Jean's message so I can read it. Becca, do you have a way to contact me? Email me at sober@myyahoo.com. And maybe you have and just haven't seen it yet. If that's the case, oh my, can I type? I'm going to check the email right now while we're talking. But if you don't feel like telling everybody what's going on, please email me. And maybe I can even give you my contact info and we can get on the horn and talk about it. If that's something that you would like to do. No pressure or anything. I just, I like to do what I can. My face is feeling great, actually. I don't know what the difference is, but between this extraction and the last one, this one's like a cakewalk, it feels like. And I don't want to eat my words, right? Maybe I'm speaking too soon, but it definitely feels just fine. It feels just fine. I've been talking for 48 minutes straight. I feel great. But we'll see. Maybe tonight my jaw will be like, bro, who knows? I am looking for Becca Jean. Give me just a minute. My eyes are still a little tired. I noticed, I do see this now. Okay, I'm gone. Love you all. When people don't feel heard, it hurts their feelings. And I don't know what I can do better about that. It's really hard to see everybody, right? So I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. I spoke up to Becca Jean last night in the chat and I didn't get a response. There's nothing in the email. I encourage you to email me, Becca Jean. I don't know what to tell you. I'm looking for your message still. And that's the one that I found. Dee Dee Razzle Dazzle asks, Spanx, are there any videos of your dance fire staff performances? There are. There definitely are. I'm going to go ahead and find them real quick. Although I do want to find Becca Jean's message so I know what's going on with her. I would like to do that first. I'm sober, it hurts. Was that all that you said? Man, that hurts my heart. Oh, I can see you. I can see you now. Your texts are among a sea of texts, and I'm sorry if I didn't see them immediately. Bro, I really would like to speak with you, Becca Jean. You know, sobriety does hurt sometimes, but some more information would have definitely been helpful. Because why does it hurt, right? What exactly are you experiencing? This is not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? And it's also not a simple thing. It's quite complicated. There's a lot of aspects to it, right? Like, does it hurt because you took all of your coping mechanisms away and now you don't have them? Any way to cope? Does it hurt because you don't like have anyone to hang out with now because all of your friends were druggies, or you had to cut them off? Like, why exactly does it hurt? You know what I mean? It's hard to speak on it when I don't have complete information, but I do want you to know that I am here for you, and I would like you to email me at sober@myyahoo.com or hit me in the comments, message me on Messenger. I don't know what you have as far as the ability to get a hold of me, but please get a hold of me so that we can talk about it. Trish Ryan, what is Nurse Trish the Fish? What's this? Is that you? Oh, okay, I understand. Putting your email there is probably not the wisest thing. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. I can still see it, but I don't think everybody should have access to this. Have a great day, KAG. Good to see you. I just received a message on Messenger. Maybe that's Becca. I hope it's Becca. Let's keep our fingies crossed. Cross the nub. Oh, that's right. I was looking for that fire vid, wasn't I? I don't know if they're still here, but I have a channel called Spanx Calhoun. And really, it's just the YouTube account that I've always used, except I put a video on it. And it's of my cruise performance at a festival. And the link is right here. It's on the screen, Spanx. Wow, what a noob. I'm so sorry. Well, I mean, they put it up there, so I can do my best. I did my best. It wasn't that great. I tried. Sorry, Trish. My multitasker is not doing good today. You fell. Let's get some ones up for Becca Jean. And if anybody has contact info for her, I encourage you to, I don't know, try and okay, you and me both, Becca. I'm a drug addict too. Give me a call. Let's talk about it, please. You don't have to live that life. And I know you don't want to live that life. I am going to get out of here, though. It's getting pretty close to the end. I think that your assessment at the end of musing is correct. I wouldn't go back. You know what I mean? Maybe, I mean, 4 years is a lot of time. This tells me that there's more like soul work to be done, right? There's some unresolved conflict within yourself. 4 years is a lot of time. In a perfect world, obviously this isn't a perfect world, but I guess ideally you have the ability to go back, right? but you don't. So again, that tells me there's unresolved conflict within you. I would bust out the journal. I would start writing about it and try and figure out, are you still holding on to the love y'all had? Are you still holding on to, I mean, from your statement earlier, you said he chose alcohol over me. I think that right there is trauma. You know what I mean? That's right there in itself is a fire that needs to be walked through. It demands to be walked through. Otherwise, it's just going to stay and burn brighter and hotter inside you, dude. I and again, I'm sorry to hear this, but I think that this is something that can be turned around. I think that you can find yourself in a different mind state. It's just going to take some work, like that dandelion pushing up out of the concrete, right? Just a little bit of pressure every day. Are you journaling, musing? Are you writing stuff down and trying to peel the onion proper? You know what, Flick? I wasn't, but I should, huh? FlickFox says, Spanx, you planning on doing any collaborations, interviews with ex-cons, addicts who've turned their life around to give people on the boat some more hope? I had planned on that for a long time, and then it got wrapped up in doing other things. I would like to have Jacob on here, my buddy that you guys kind of know. I would like to have, and he fits that bill, I'd like to have, I feel like there was someone else that I had in mind. Yes, the answer is yes. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. There's been so much going on, and really, I just need to make it happen. The only thing stopping it from happening is me. No sweat, spicy cat. I'm glad you made it. Robin, the PO box has been retrieved. My dad just didn't want to drive here last night after all that he had done, so we will be getting that today. We'll have an unboxing later. Are you guys still doing book study, Ben? Is that what that was? And I guess I should apologize. I woke up one day and I was like, I think I'm done with book study. And then I didn't tell anybody. I just stopped showing up, which is rude. That's not how you should treat your friends. I probably need to explain myself. Nicola E says, I got good news. We found a place that's going to be great for Dad, and we're going to move him in next week. The relief is emotionally powerful. Hell yeah. I'm really glad to hear that. Heck yeah, Nicola. Well, the end of musing, what is normal? I mean, your childhood was normal for you, So, I couldn't tell if that sound was in my song or not. It was. When they put police sirens in songs, those people need to be shot. Anyways, that being said, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. I'm Captain Calhoun. This is the Lifeboat. And I'll see you probably later today for a little unboxing. And remember, Team Zissou.